Tonight, almost live and nearly from Hollywood. It's America Tonight. 30 minutes of big-time TV on the UBS network, where we put you before the BS. With Mrs. Bear LeBeau and the two children she taught how to do what she does. Also a special appearance by Mr. McLean Stevenson, who didn't have to be here, but what the heck? Why not? With the music of Happy Kind and the Mirthmakers, and me, I'm Jerry Hubbard. Hi, everybody. And now your host of mine, Mr. Bart Gibble.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Good evening and welcome again to America Tonight. I'm Barth Gimble. If this keeps happening, we're going to have to move to an hour. Actually, have we got a wonderful show for you tonight? I don't know. I've been in meetings all afternoon doing my end of it, but there's only one way to really find out for sure, and I'd like to invite you all to not leave me alone while we find out, okay? Now, just before we start, some sharp-eyed viewers out there, and thank God for those folks. They keep us all on our toes. They've noticed a little segment on the show every night after we say our goodbyes and good nights and thank yous and join us again tomorrow nights and see us. When Jerry rattles through a list of prizes that are given to, and I quote, some members of our audience. And I stopped quoting. Some people ask me, where's the deal there? How come only some people in the audience get these prizes? And how the heck, with all the responsibilities of fronting a show on network television, do I find the time to select the right ones? Well, let me clear up the confusion right here. We don't have contests or games or anything like that before the show goes on the air. That kind of stuff would be, in my opinion, just cheap and degrading. And it involved way too much work from me. And we also don't have any members of the audience fill out questionnaires to determine their fitness for the prizes either. What happens is very simple. We get just enough prizes to pay us for the announcement. And then after the show, we give them away to the people who push the hardest to get them. When we run out, we kill the lights to get rid of any stragglers and sore losers and poor sports, and that's all she wrote. That's it. So if you were tempted to come down and see the show just to get a pair of free jeans or some perfume, my recommendation would be very heartily to bring the strongest member of your family to help with the pushing. Or on the alternate side of the coin there, forget it, okay? Speaking of which, here's a man who's forgotten more than most of us have ever learned, including himself, my co-host and announcer, Mr. Jerry Hubbard.
Yeah, I really like the way you introduced me. You always have something funny to say. Someone who's learned, no, I don't know what, but, you know, I can hardly keep from laughing when you say something funny like that. But these gifts, that's right, so many people tried. They say, Jerry, you can help us get some of these gifts. And I met one of the girls down at the Close Encounters, you know, the discotheque down there in the Altacoma Marina where I live. And she said, Jerry, please, I'll do anything for some of those, you know, those clothes that you give away. And I said, well, okay. So I gave her some. She said, you made me very happy. What can I do to make you very happy? And I said, okay. I said, just tell your girlfriends who gave them to you, and maybe they'll start calling me. So keep your fingers crossed. Maybe that phone will start ringing, and maybe I'll get lucky. Who knows? But I can't give away any more stuff there because they're cracking down. They're counting the inventory.
She would do anything at all.
Anything.
To fix you up with someone else.
Yeah, yeah. I'm no fool. Hey, you got to use the old bean to be a ladies' man.
So what do? You carry the prizes with you down to the Close Encounters?
Well, this one time I did, and I was showing all the girls. I said, this, you know, this is the gifts that I can decide who gets.
Well, it's better than
and I really can't.
Better than the other thing he was doing. He was wearing those jeans underneath his regular suit pants. And occasionally at parties, you go, hey, everybody, look. And you'd think that he was going to take his pants off at the party, and he really had jeans on underneath, and that was real funny. Thank you, Jerry. Almost lost.
And ladies' jeans, it was so hard to pull them on, you know?
The zip on the side?
Yeah,
let's stay away from the beer.
Yeah. There was one of the girls down at the discotheque. Oh, my God, she had the tightest slacks I ever saw. And she was so touched, I went up, I said, how do you get into those pants? And she slapped me in the face and walked away. You know, some girls will go down there, and no matter what you say to them, they're right away. They don't want to know it. And what the heck do they, you know?
Well, this may not be the time or place to say it, but the point she may be driving at, Jerry, is that there was only room for one in those pants. See what I mean?
can hardly keep from laughing.
In case you're at home listening and you just hear a bleep, the word was... Funny, on regular shows, you don't hear bleep in 9. You know, you can say asinine, but you say the word talking about an animal, and who knows?
That's and you know, when you say something like, I don't give a and in the old days, they used to bleep, and people at home would think of all sorts of things. I don't give a... Oh, boy, what did he say?
That's right. Nowadays, you can actually say...
Yeah.
Doesn't mean much,
but imagine what they'll think when you say there's only room for one in there.
Wallets. Anyway, well, there's just a sample of some of the talent you'll be seeing on this show tonight. You know, they say it takes real talent to get on TV, but we obviously feel that's unfair because it would rule out such a great percentage of you people out there and take that chance away from you. That's why on America Tonight, talent is no obstacle. Anyone who's got the cash also has our undivided attention and a segment we call Money Talks.
If you've got a song, some gripes or some squawks, let it all hang out on Money Talks.
Attractive. Yes, when Money Talks, we listen. So tonight we have to listen to Mrs. Vera LeBeau. She was a former precious stone in the crown of American opera.
That's right. She is a classically trained singer who runs a summer camp with her husband, Chuck. And she's going to be training the voices of all the kids who attend her summer camp, Chuck and Vera's, I think, Canoe Ranch.
Canoe Ranch is it. It's a great place. So if you're one of those parents who already has enough Kool-Aid stains on the rug from last summer, send them off to Chuck and Vera's Canoe Ranch, where they can soak up a little culture. And here with a sample of what they might soak up is Mrs. Vera LeBeau.
99 bottles of beer in the hall. Oh, my dear, oh, my dear, oh, my dear, oh, dear. Only doesn't E-I-E-I-O. And one is one he has a chance. E-I-E-I-o. Chicken, oh, there, here comes, there comes, hey, where's Papa? Old MacDonald had a... bottles of beer on the wall. There'll be no bottles of beer on my...
Come on over here and sit down. That's great. Boy, you just must have rehearsed that thing. Yeah. Whoa, that's something, huh? I think there's no chance you're going to be bothered by coyotes up there on the ranch. That's for sure. That'll keep them away. Mrs. LeBeau, if I am saying that correctly,
Yes.
I must say you've made some changes, some rather radical changes in what used to be a very relaxing and pleasant way to spend an evening around a campfire.
Yes, actually, we believe in...
Pardonum uno momento. I believe Miss LeBeau did not purchase the additional optional talk time here. The name of the segment is Money Talks. You're saying, in this case, if you want your money to talk again, the price would be additional. So, as they say in opera, fermez la bouche.
I know. Jerry's right. He's really right. And speaking of right, we'll be right back. My special guest tonight has been a pretty successful actor. He's been on one series, and he's had another show of his own. And as far as I know, he's working now. I'm not sure, but I think
Who is it? Who is it?
Might as well be. Please welcome McLean Stevenson.
Kind of hate
take to kiss the kids during the cold and flu season.
That's really true. You can't be too careful. But they sounded right when they were singing. Well, your series is finally off the air, and you know what I mean by that. You got some spare time now.
I've been able to take this time of my life and get involved in activities that to me have been important. It says, I think Winston Churchill once said, you may be more familiar with the quote than I, but if a man when he's 21 isn't a liberal, he's a fool, and if by the same token when he's 40, entering the cocktail hour of life, as it were, if he's not a little more conservative, then he also be a fool. I think
he said simply that life doesn't begin at 80 if you go like 60 when you're 20. Isn't that what he said?
So in a sort of a conservative atmosphere with 2 or 3 of my friends that are also unemployed actors, we've taken this time in our life to try to get involved in things that we feel are worthwhile. And that's one of the reasons I'm here tonight, to promote a new concept that we have. I'll give you an example of some of the things we've done. For a long time, I think, and people out there, we've all done this. America knows that they've done it, and all of us here, we've all done this.
I've done it.
Perfectly normal thing to do, but we feel that it's things like this that should be stopped. People, for example, going through a 10-item or less checkout stand in a grocery store with 11 items. We're doing another interesting thing. We're fed up with the ratings as they exist in television today.
Right.
Who is to say that 1,200 or 2,800 people are to judge for all of America what is good television and what is not? Mm-hmm. I think that's unreasonable. We've come up with a plan, and what the heck? Why we can try it now if you'd like.
Sure.
We've never done it.
Sure.
I would like to. We've had an excessive rain here. All of our watersheds and so forth are full. I have a friend by the name of Schnoz Anderson, who works for the...
Nickname or first name?
Well, that's his nickname. He's got a big honker. First name is Robert. But Robert works at the waterworks, and specifically at night, and it watches the little stylist as it goes up and down, and measures the height and the depth of the water table,
sure,
as they say at the water place. Okay, now what I would like to do is to have everybody watching this show flush their toilet. When I say flush, not now. If at a given point when I say flush, if everyone watching this show were to flush, then Schnoz could tell me tomorrow at the specific time, say like 7:48, whatever it is. Yeah, okay. And then he could tell us how much the water dropped. Now, I would challenge any other show opposite you in that time slot to conduct a flush test, and I think you'd come out by far ahead. So do you want to try it?
Do you think we should try it?
Do you want me to go out to one of the...
No.
We're not really watching it. Also, it's good you gave him warning, because you might have a member of the family in there already.
No,
you don't want to open the door and, excuse me, I've got a flush. Let him know.
So allowing
Some of
about
them
10
don't.
seconds
I
to
don't
go
wanna
in and
mention
tell
names.
anybody that might otherwise
Give
be
them another
occupied.
5 in case some of them are looking for a dime.
Okay.
People in a public building or something, let's give them fair
Well,
chance.
okay, 7:40. Flush. All right, now you see, we don't know
Mac,
that.
I have this sinking feeling we just did to our show about the same thing we did to fishing in the area.
That could
I don't
be.
think we helped it.
I don't know, but I think it'll be interesting to find out from Schnoz how much water dropped in Lake Hollywood, which is representative of all of Los Angeles at that time.
Well, maybe we'd be able to get Schnoz on the show tomorrow and ask him.
He would be interested. He works nights.
Okay, we'll get him on to a thing,
could,
tape it early in the day. We have a Betamax. We can do it. We'll be right back after these words. Stay with us.
Tonight at 8 on Channel 13, Chapter 2.
That's plenty. Thank you. We're back with our very special guest, McLean Stevenson. People call you Mac, right?
Sure.
That's great. Your friends do, and I think we're your friends now. McLean, You know the Hollywood scene pretty well. What's the story behind all these scandals in the film industry, the hidden profits, the bad checks, the forged, you know, all that kind of stuff? What is happening?
Well, I don't know. I was personally involved in one particular thing that happened, and I knew both of the people. They were dear friends. I think it's kind of difficult to explain
Well, I'm
in
sure
the brief time we have.
I know, you'd probably like to tell us about it. I'm sure it's very juicy, but probably legal reasons, you got to keep it under your hat, and that's understandable. But...
Well, no. I first heard about this, I think it was about 2 weeks ago when I was at this cocktail party.
Uh-huh.
And these people were very candid about it and seemed to want to talk about it. And then, of course, the story broke in the paper.
We interrupt this program to bring you the following UBS News Bulletin. 1 hour ago, police apprehended an Altacoma man whom they suspect has terrorized this community for the past 3 months. Taken into custody was Mr. Theodore Alvin Johnson, who was charged with being the hang gliding exhibitionist. I repeat, the police believe they have caught the hang gliding exhibitionist. We go now to Murray Kirk at police headquarters.
I'm here with our chief of police. Chief Tebbett, is this man actually the hang gliding exhibitionist?
Yes, we believe so.
Well, how was he captured?
He was apprehended on the rooftop of the intersection at 23rd and Kelton, and one of the wings on his hang gliding apparatus struck a telephone pole. The individual has made statements implicating himself in certain of the other hang gliding exhibitionist incidents.
Is it possible that he's also the helicopter exhibitionist?
No. Down at the department, we pretty well feel that was a one-shot affair where a man in a helicopter exposed himself to passengers in a passing 747. We feel that that was a mock hang gliding exhibitionist and not the perpetrator that we have in custody. I'd have to say that at this point in time, the helicopter exhibitionist is still at large.
Apparently, the citizens of Altacoma need no longer fear looking up and seeing a nude man flying over their houses, as in this on-location report earlier in the week.
He was circling silently above my shopping cart as I rolled it out to my station wagon, and then I saw this object floating down, and I didn't realize until it hit my shopping cart that it was a man's raincoat. It was kind of brown looking, and then what I saw, oh my gosh, it was just awful. I don't think I'll ever go shopping again. I swear, and even I think as much as I love the sun and the clouds and the birds and the sky, I'll never look up again.
All I can tell you is if I ever get a hold of this guy, he won't do any more hanging or gliding. I can tell you that. Now, I was out with the missus and the kids. It was a nice, quiet Sunday, and we were in the park there on a picnic, and the mothers usually worry about their aunts, you know, and everywhere besides this cliff there, and suddenly my kid is screaming. He's pointing up. And I look up, and here's this guy. He's hanging onto a kite with his pants down around his ankles.
Yes. The hang gliding exhibitionist is now in custody in a room right around the corner. Soon he'll be taken to the city jail to the maximum security area. Here he comes now. Yes, they're bringing him out. Yes, they're going to transport him now. Watch out. Oh my God! I don't believe it! Ladies and gentlemen! I don't believe it! Somebody has shot the hang gliding They've shot him! Oh my God! No! Watch out for the gun! There's a gun! He's down! They got him down! They're going for the gun! They got the gun! Okay, they got him! The hang gliding exhibition has been shot!
To repeat, the hang gliding exhibitionist has been caught. He has also been shot, and Murray Kirk has fainted. In men's softball action, it was El Tio Tacos 9, City of Merchandise 3, film at 11. We now return you to our regularly scheduled program.
It's their business, but I swear that's the whole story, and it's absolutely true.
Absolutely needful. That is, Mac, the only thing I can think of is the business of covering yourself with mayonnaise had some health reason to it. You know, that there is something something in mayonnaise.
But a
It's
woman
supposed
like
to
that in the public eye that we all, I mean, these fantasies.
Let's face it, man. They have the same thing going on today in the insurance industry or any other
I know,
business.
but who cares about that for her? I
This
mean,
is in
everyone...
our own television industry.
That's right.
Amazing. Gee. Okay, just remember, folks, you heard it first right here on UBS. We'll be back with more hot stuff after these words. Stay with us. I'm hearing these stories from you. It's time to say goodnight. I've been so involved in this, I completely forget what you kids did, but it doesn't matter. I'm sure it was great. Thanks for being here, and sounds like La Brea. Something.
Yes, the bow.
Okay, I'm sure you were good, too. Happy? It looks great on you? Jerry, what can I say? You showed up again on time. It's amazing. He's going to get the Promptness Award again this year, and I think that's about, well, one of the nicest things we can say about you. McLean, thank you very much.
I've enjoyed it,
And maybe we'll check with Schnoz
I'll get the word to you.
and find out exactly what happened to the water
Well, I
level.
think if people, when they flush, if they think of your show, it's going to help.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Maybe we can just blow the lid off this whole ratings thing. Okay, see you tomorrow night.
We'll be sitting pretty then, won't we? Tonight, some members of our studio audience will receive the following classic curves from Dittos. The field.
I'm supposed to play bars. We do it that way every night.